At American Back Centers, you've got nothing to lose but the pain.
The following program, BackTalk, is sponsored by American Back Centers.
At American Back Centers, you've got nothing to lose but the pain.
Welcome to BackTalk with Dr. Peter Pedduzi, located at 103 Bradford Road, Building 2, Suite 100 in Wexford. Now, with BackTalk, here is Dr. Peter Pedduzi.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Peter Pedduzi with another episode of BackTalk. So I'd like to start off each and every week. I'd like to say hello to all our loyal listeners. Of course, thank you for listening each and every week. And a special hello to anyone who is new to this radio show. This, again, is BackTalk with myself, Dr. Peter Pedduzi. We're on every Wednesday morning on KHB 620 AM from 9 to 10 in the morning. Of course, if you are new to the show, we typically, in the first half hour of the show, we talk about the very unique and wide variety of treatment options we offer here, all under one roof, right here at the American Back Centers. Of course, American Back Centers was started over 40 years ago by Dr. Dennis Miskovich. And roughly a little over 10 years ago, we moved just down the street from our original location, which is now an Ace Hardware store. He owned the entire building. He rented out space to other businesses, and then he sold the building, and we moved down the street, less than a mile from the original location. We've been here for over 10 years now, right across the street from what used to be Atria's restaurant. Now it's Ditka's restaurant, right off of Route 19 Perry Highway, right here in the heart of Wexford, the Wexford Cranberry Corridor. It's unbelievable how I talk about almost every week. Every week something different's changing. Our stuff is growing. Things are popping up. We have a Tesla dealer opening up right almost across the street from our office, so it's just unbelievable how things are changing and growing out in this area. And we've been at this location for over 10 years. And again, the American Back Centers has been in operation for over 40 years. As we talk about in the show each and every week, since 1994, that's when Dr. Miskovich saw the groundbreaking research that was done, and still to date, the only research proving that a non-invasive, non-surgical medical device can decompress a disc. There's a lot of people out there making a lot of claims. They have disc treatments that do the same thing as VaxD. But again, if you look closely, if you do your own research, you will see that only VaxD has done the research with pressure sensors in real-life subjects. And this was done way back in 94 by two neurosurgeons, Drs. Ramos and Martin, and later published in that same year, 1994, in the Journal of Neurosurgery. So this research still has not been replicated by any other so-called disc treatment, non-invasive disc treatment. And the question I ask every week is why? And there's a lot of people out there with glorified traction devices that call themselves decompression. I talk about how these pump-up devices with air bladders call this decompression. So the term decompression is very loosely used, if that's correct terminology, but I think you understand you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Do your own research, which I stress each and every week on this show. Do your own research before you pursue any treatment option, anything. Anything you hear on this radio station show, make sure you do your own research first before you blindly jump into something. With VaxD, it's backed by real science and real results, and we see that research back in 1994. And since then, there's many, many other research studies that have been done by VaxD, as well as independent sources, including insurance companies, verifying this research, in some cases showing even higher success rates. But it's not about success rates, because so many people claim artificially high success rates without any real backing. They may use 20, 30, 50 patients and claim 98% success rate in those 20 patients. But the real research should prove what you're actually doing. And that's what happened back in 1994. It showed for the first time, and still to date, the only medical device that has been proven to actually create negative pressure. Pressure sensors showed a decrease in pressure upwards of a negative levels, negative 160 millimeters of mercury to a negative 200 millimeters of mercury. That's what is produced each and every time you undergo vaccine therapy. And this was proven through pressure sensors in real-life subjects way back in 1994 and continues to be replicated to this date. And that's why VaxD has been around. That's why I talk about this all the time. VaxD has been around for 20 years and will be around for another 20 years because it works and it helps people. And it's backed by real science with real results. We see professional athletes in the NBA, NHL, NFL, Olympic athletes. We've had professional actors here at our office that didn't come and see me. They came here for VaxD. They had VaxD somewhere. They had to go film a movie. They wanted to finish their VaxD therapy. They did it here at our office here at the American Back Centers because they know it works. And they don't want surgery. They see all the possible permanent complications that can result from surgery. That's not including the injections, the pain shots, the pain medication, the failed physical therapy in many cases. We do therapy here at the American Back Centers, but as I talk about each and every week on this show, if you listen to Back Talk, there's a time and a place for it. And in most cases, the therapy itself is not addressing the disc. Nutrition is not addressing the disc itself. It may help with the replenishment of the cartilage, the fibers, the nutrients that build the disc, but you have to structurally go after the true cause of the problem. The cause of the problem in most cases is compression on that disc itself, leading to degenerative disc disease, desiccation, starving of that disc material, drying up the disc material, loss of disc height. With that, you have bone spurs forming, arthritis, compressing the spine and wanting to fuse together, the bones fuse together. Medication, pain shots. Physical therapy does not address that. Physical therapy in some cases, in very early cases, can help counteract that by strengthening the supporting structure, strengthening those muscles. We attempt that with many of our patients that come into our office in very mild cases, especially when the insurance company will not approve an MRI for the patient because they don't have radicular pain. They're coming in. They may very well have the beginnings of a disc problem, but we can't get that MRI to confirm it because of the insurance protocols. So in many cases, we will attempt the therapy, the rehab, the chiropractic, which in many cases works and helps the patient resolve the disc problem, the adjustment of the spine, the therapy, strengthening of the core and the muscles surrounding, massage, working on the tight muscles, looking at the posture. And in many cases, those things do work, but in some cases, they don't. So if you've been in that scenario, you've been through therapy, you've been through pain shots. You may even had surgery. You're contemplating surgery. At least come and talk with us first because this treatment, of course, is the only FDA-approved, safe, clinically proven non-surgical disc treatment out there. And that's typically what we go over the first half hour of the show. We talk about the VaxD as well as the other disc treatment options for the neck region as well as the other treatments we offer all under one roof right here at the American Back Centers, some of the latest research and explaining what we do. In the second half hour of the show, we typically have a nutrition or fitness-related topic. In many cases, we get information from many different sources, including Mercola.com. This week, we have some great articles from Dynamic Chiropractic publication. The first one we're definitely going to get to is nutrition for menopause. I talked about this last week, gave you a preview. You can actually go on Facebook. Our Facebook page is American Back Centers Pittsburgh, and you actually can take a peek at it. You can print it out right from the Facebook page. If we have time, we're going to get on the second article today. If not, we'll do it next week, in education in gluten sensitivity. So many people are wondering if they have a gluten intolerance issue. It's such a big buzz topic these days, and many people are uncertain. And it's a nice layman's education on gluten sensitivity, so you can just thoroughly describing what it is and how it can affect you, and some natural methods to help avoid that, both with menopause, nutrition for menopause, as well as in education and gluten sensitivity. So definitely stay tuned for that in the second half hour of the show. If you don't have time to listen to the second half hour, you can go to the Facebook page, print it off right from the Facebook page. Again, our Facebook page is American Back Centers Pittsburgh. And if you have a second, like our page, we would greatly appreciate. Just takes a second to click on the thumb up button, the like button. If If you have any comments or questions, you can, of course, comment on the Facebook page as well. But definitely take a look at our Facebook page. We definitely appreciate that, as well as you can take a look at those articles if you don't have time to listen to the second half hour of the show today. All right. So, of course, as we mentioned, the American Back Centers, we are not your typical chiropractic office since 1994. As I mentioned, the American Back Centers has specialized in the treatment of very difficult cases, including herniated disc, balding disc, failed back and neck surgery, sciatica, stenosis, and degenerative disc disease. We see some of the most difficult cases here. We've had patients that have contemplating surgery. They've already had surgery. It did not work for them. People with scar tissue, foot drop, severe sciatic pain, weakness, numbness, severe pain, disability. We have people coming in wheelchairs in some cases, canes, walkers, walking out. And again, we cannot help everyone. I'm not going to be the person that tells you that we help everybody walk again. We do. We're miracle workers. No, we are not miracle workers. But we have an extremely high success rate, especially when you come in for your consultation. We take a look at your MRI, your X-ray, your CT if you have that. We answer all your questions, of course, and do a detailed history and physical exam. If following that, we determine you are a candidate for the VAX-D, for the cervical disc treatment, or any of the other treatment options, you have an extremely high success rate. We are extremely picky because we've seen many cases over the years. We've been in business for over 40 years. I've been doing this for almost 15 years now, and we know what cases are going to do well and what cases are not going to do well. So you have an extremely high success rate, one of the highest success rates in the area if you're accepted for care here at our office. But again, the only way you're going to know is by coming in and scheduling a consultation. We'll talk about that here in a few moments. And just like if you've heard our radio or TV commercials, says you have nothing to lose but the pain. You really have nothing to lose but the pain to come in and talk with us because it's a free consultation. Now, if we do an exam, then we do bill that to your insurance. Typically, it's just a copay or deductible if we do a examination. But the consultation to come in and talk with us, do a history, look over your X-ray, MRI, CT, more than happy to take a look at that. That's totally free. You can also fax over those reports to our office. If you're coming from a great distance, we have a lot of people coming from many hours away. Coincidentally, there's a list of hotels on our website, www.americanbackcenters, plural.com. Again, www.americanback, B-A-C-K, B as in boy, A, C as in cat, K, centers, with an S.com. List of hotels on there as well. You can also fax over your reports. Our fax number is 724-935-3321. Again, that's the fax number, 724-935-3321. You can also, if you're computer savvy, you can email. If you have a scanner, you can email, and I should say scan and email. You have to scan it first, then email. Put it into an email, your report, and we can take a look at that as well. Our email address is Dr. Pedduzi at AmericanBackCenters.com. Again, Dr. D-R, no period, Pedduzi, no caps, P-E-D-U-Z-Z-I, at AmericanBackCenters.com. So you can do it either way. You can email or fax, and we can take a look at it. Just put your name and phone number at the top, or somewhere on the email if you do an email. On the fax, you have to write it on there, of course, so we can get back to you and discuss it over the phone. In some cases, if you're coming from out of state, we have people coming from many, many hours away in some cases. We can take a look at it and, in some cases, save you a trip out here if we see there's a reason why we just cannot help you. All right, so, of course, the vaccine, as we've touched on in this show many times, truly a revolutionary treatment, has a proven track record, very safe treatment, very cost-effective treatment, time-tested. It's been used for over 20 years. Worldwide, in over 300 facilities, hospitals, medical clinics, chiropractic clinics, physical therapy clinics worldwide now use VAX-D. All specialties use VAX-D. There's medical doctors, orthopedic surgeons in private practice, chiropractic physicians, as well as physical therapists, all using VAX-D as a frontline treatment for helping people with these difficult disc-related conditions, including spinal stenosis, degenerative disc disease, herniated disc, balding disc, even extruded disc. Some of the worst cases we've seen here, foot drop, severe sciatica, weakness in the legs. We've seen some of the most difficult cases here. This, of course, is VAX-D, standing for vertebral axial decompression. So as I ask each and every week, if you're out there listening, if you yourself or you know someone who's suffering with severe low back pain or neck pain, which we'll talk about here in a few moments, which is unresponsive to your current treatment, you want to avoid further pain medication, whether it's at home or prescription pain meds, muscle relaxants, not working, you know they're just Band-Aids, your condition's getting worse, you're having to take more and more and more. You don't want to take these pills because you know it's going to damage your body. You've been told you need to go to physical therapy, or physical therapy is simply just not doing it for you. Because we talk about why physical therapy alone does not really address the disc. If you've gone to a pain clinic, you're getting pain shots, or they want you to get epidurals, pain injection shots. In most cases, we know it's just going to be a temporary relief. It's a Band-Aid. It's not really doing anything structurally to counteract that true compression on those discs. But they don't tell you that. They tell you it's going to help you in some cases. In some cases, they tell you it might help you, it may not help you. So then you just go in there and do it because they told you to do it. There are complications, believe it or not, with these epidurals as well, where people can have adverse effects, severe in some cases, so you should be aware of that. Or you're contemplating surgery. You've gone to a surgeon, they told you come back and see me when the pain is unbearable, you're not a candidate right now, or you are a candidate, and you want a second opinion. Before you blindly undergo the knife, you know that surgery is a permanent condition with possible permanent complications, has a very low success rate. We talk about both the laser surgery costing tremendous out-of-pocket expense, no better, even though they claim that it's safer. Much higher out-of-pocket expense with the laser surgery, and they still have to rip out ligament, bone, and tissue before that laser even goes in. And for most surgeons' opinions, they will tell you that they prefer to use a scalpel because the laser is not as precise. It's much easier to use your own hand and scalpel. But they're still both just cutting off the disc with the scalpel or the laser, causing permanent damage in many cases because they have to rip out ligament, bone, and tissue before they even get to the disc. Scar tissue, infection, bleeding, which can occur with any surgical procedure, but they're just snipping off a piece of the disc. They're not really addressing the compression that's causing the problem. So when you get the surgery, in most cases, later on, the pain comes back and you have to get another surgery. Then they want to go in there and fuse the spine with rods and screws, and we all know, we talk about this each and every week, that should be a last resort. So you're contemplating surgery, you've already had a failed surgery, call us and at least get a second opinion first. Those are the people we typically see at our office. The symptoms are radiating into their hip, their buttocks, their groin, down their legs, numbness and tingling, weakness. You may have a foot drop. Those are common presentations that we see here at the American Back Centers. So whether you have a herniated, degenerated disc, posterior facet syndrome, degenerative joint disease, arthritis, degenerative disc disease, sciatica, stenosis, numbness and tingling, as we mentioned, also very effective treatment for failed back surgery conditions, people with multiple, 2, 3, 4, 5 failed back surgeries. So we are doctors dedicated to bringing you long-term relief and avoiding the need for surgery now and into the future. Of course, there's over 300 facilities, hospitals, medical clinics, orthopedic surgeons that use VAX-D in private practice, chiropractic doctors as well as physical therapists, all looking out for you and looking to help to give you a permanent solution, not a temporary solution, and helping you avoid the possible permanent complications that can result with surgery. So don't wait until your condition worsens. Call us today. We do have a toll-free number to schedule your consultation, your free consultation. It's 1-888. It's not 1-800. It's 1-888-222-8293. Again, 1-888-222-8293, toll-free, or 724-935-3300, 724-935-3300. You can also make an appointment or request an appointment right on the website. Our web address, again, is www.americanbackcenters.com. Again, www.americanbackcenters.com. You can also email me if you have a question, if you'd like to, as we mentioned, fax over or scan into an email over your MRI, X-ray, or CT reports. The fax number, one more time, is 724-935-3321. Or you can email me at Dr. Pedduzi at AmericanBackCenters.com. Again, Dr. Pedduzi at AmericanBackCenters.com. Remember, you just have to scan the document into your email if you know how to do that, and then just send it right to my email address. As we mentioned, VAXD is a medical procedure, the only FDA-approved, safe, clinically proven, non-surgical disc treatment out there. We also offer cervical disc treatment options, as we touch on each and every week on this show. If you have a disc problem, herniated disc, bulging disc, degenerated disc, if you're contemplating neck surgery, you've already had neck surgery, it didn't work for you, even if you have scar tissue, even if you have complications, cervical radiculopathy, numbness and tingling in your fingers, shoulder, scapula, may be coming from your neck. Again, when you come in and we do an exam, we determine if it's coming from your neck, if it's coming from your shoulder, if it's coming from your arm. We, of course, can treat any of those issues, wrist, hand, finger, foot, those type of issues. But with the cervical disc treatment, we're looking to see if it's coming, of course, from a disc issue in your neck. So we have those specialized treatment options here at the American Back Centers as well. We have therapy and rehab, state-of-the-art facilities, instituting therapy, rehab programs for any body parts, neck, back, shoulder, knee, wrist, hand, finger, foot, ankle, and knee problems, as I mentioned. Examples including tendonitis, rotator cuff, carpal tunnel, frozen shoulder, rehabbing any body part from an injury. Post-surgically, we also get scripts from patients that have been patients here before, or they've been referred to us. They get a script from their orthopedic specialist for rehab for their ankle, their knee after hip surgery, knee surgery, and we can do it right here very effectively with the same thing that you're going to see, same treatment options, if not more, because we also have chiropractic, we also have massage, in addition to all the therapy that you would receive at a regular therapist office, all under one roof right here at the American Back Centers. We also have, as I mentioned, great deep tissue massage therapists, myofascial trickle point therapy, acupressure reflexology. Does an excellent job with those type of issues addressing the muscle or the myofascial component. Comprehensive nutritional consultations. We have a great symptom survey that we could actually send to you if you can't make it to the office. You can fill it out and send it back. Very comprehensive nutritional evaluation for you. Just call our office if you'd like to have it sent out to your home. Ask for the comprehensive symptom survey. Custom-made orthotics, computerized digital scanning, assessing for foot dysfunction. Later on in the show, I'm going to touch a little bit more on this, and so much more accurate. Less error than you had with the casting kits. There's no doctor error with the casting of the foot, and there's no patient error as they push down on the casting kit. You just simply stand on this 3D computerized digital scanner, very high-tech, very, very accurate. And patients love these because there's no error. So they're getting a truly, again, I can't stress, truly custom-made orthotic. We're not going in the back the same day and picking one off the shelf like I hear a lot of people talk about in these so-called custom-made orthotic stores. This takes about 5 to 7 business days as it's sent electronically, the scan, to the company, and they make it. And they send it back, and we fit it to your shoes. The turnaround time is about 5 to 7 business days. So definitely, if you'd like to try, if you're thinking you have issues, plantar fasciitis, bunions, arch problems, if you have back pain, hip pain, knee pain, and it may be coming from the foot, problems of the foot. Remember, the kinetic chain starts from the foot and works all the way up. So those problems in the feet could, and I say could, be causing problems in the hip, the knee, and up the kinetic chain. So call us today, and we can schedule you a time to come in for a consultation to see if the custom-made orthotics may be right for you. We have in-house X-ray, nerve conduction, ultrasound testing done right here at the American Back Centers by Lakeside Medical. The X-rays are done right in the office. It's our X-ray machine. Convenient MRI CT facility right across the street, North Pittsburgh Imaging from our office. If we need that, we can write you a prescription. You can literally go right across the street if you're from out of town. It's very convenient because you schedule the MRI, CT, The same day that you get the MRI, we try to squeeze you in. And, of course, we get very, very busy here, but we try to accommodate our patients the best we can. Squeeze you in the same day. You come right over with the films. We can take a look at them and save you another trip out of here so we can take a look and see and finalize and see if you truly are a candidate for the therapies. And finally, I'm a certified personal trainer. I can help you get back in the gym and do things correctly without injuring yourself. And I can definitely help you with that with my certification as well as being a doctor as well. So as we mentioned each and every week, our protocol with VaxD is physician-directed. Our protocol engages other modalities as needed on a case-by-case basis. We have over 20 years of experience now treating these type of cases, one of the most experienced facilities in the country instituting this type of care. Of course, we have the best care, VaxD, most research, most science treatment out there. And we screen out and decline candidates whose medical records and evaluation indicate we are unlikely to help them. So, of course, if we cannot help you, we will tell you. Also, as we talk about quite frequently, the VaxD table and its computer work with each individual patient, adjusting back tension, which in turn adjusts interdiscal pressure moment by moment. It's a computerized treatment, adjusting the tension in small amounts so that the muscles in the lower back do not spasm or contract during treatment, which allows for a very comfortable treatment to take place, and true negative pressure is being achieved with VaxD, and only with VaxD therapy. And again, this is verified through clinical research. So again, we talk about the consultation. It's a free consultation at no cost or obligation. We sit down, answer all your questions. We do encourage you, bring somebody with you. Number one, it just makes sense if you're in pain to have somebody drive you out here. If you don't have somebody to drive you, it's not a big deal. Just come out by yourself. And again, just make sure you have a list of questions that you may have for us. We can answer all those for you. But more importantly, we're going to do a history. We do an exam and determine if you're a candidate for the therapy. Don't forget your x-rays if you have any, current x-rays, MRIs, CTs, bring those out as well when you come out for your consultation. We also have a DVD. You can ask for this when you schedule your consult. It's a great way to be introduced to VaxD. This is when Channel 11 WPXI did a medical breakthroughs report on our office. They saw all the success we were having even 10, 15 years ago, helping people with these difficult disc conditions. They brought the TV cameras out and did a medical breakthroughs report, which was broadcasted on Channel 11 News. Dr. Miskovich answers some of the key questions you may have about VaxD therapy. So call us when you schedule the consult and ask for the DVD. There's also a nice 24-page Keller booklet that describes the VaxD in detail, so ask for that as well. Some of the research and some of the ins and outs of VaxD therapy as well. We have the research papers. The first paper was published in the Canadian Journal of Clinical Medicine. This research was done right here at the American Back Centers on VaxD, so we're very proud of that. We also have the Knife in the Back article we've been sending out for years, showing the failures of back surgery and why surgery is not the best approach for chronic back pain. We send this out over and over and over because it's so important. Even today, it's no different. It's still a money-making business, if you want to call it a business, for these hospitals and medical clinics, lumbar fusion surgeries. They know they're not very good. They know they're a last line of defense. They're not really defense, but we know they're not very successful, and they have a high rate of complication, but they still do them. And why? We know why, because they are making tremendous amount of money on these fusion surgeries. So that's why we continue to send out Knife in the Back article, opening your eyes to what's really going on. We have the blue workers' comp book and the yellow auto accident booklet, again, showing your rights as an injured worker, the blue booklet, and injured auto accident personal injury case. These booklets are done by attorneys, so most attorneys that I talk to are very happy that their clients, if you do need an attorney later on, if the insurance company and the employer is fighting you or forcing you back to work in some cases, which we see all too often, unfortunately, they're happy that their clients have read these books because they have not made, again, the common mistakes that you see each and every day, because people unknowingly make these mistakes because they're told by the insurance company, by their employer, that they can't do this, they can't do that. And in most cases, it's simply not true. They're just lying for their own benefit. And it's very unfortunate to see this. And that's why I immediately give these booklets to the patients when they come in our door for consultations, examinations, so they're not making these common mistakes. So hopefully you out there listening, if you know someone who's been hurt at work, been in a recent car accident, personal injury case, slip or fall, call and get this booklet for them, the Blue Workers' Comp. Yellow auto accidents, personal injury, it's totally free. And, of course, if you've been hurt at work, call us. We have the best treatment options for disc conditions. You may not know you have a disc condition. We can always order an MRI for you to verify if you have a disc condition. You may have lifted something, overexerted yourself at work. You're going to the panel doctors. They're not helping you. Your condition is not getting any better. You've gone to physical therapy. It's not getting any better. Call us, give us a call, and see if you're a candidate for our treatment options here, whether it's workers' comp. We have a lot of great rehab, chiropractic, massage, disc treatments. If you're developing whiplash, if you have a whiplash case from a car accident, that may be developing into a compression issue, radiculopathy, numbness, tingling down your arm, disc condition in your neck due to a car accident. So we may be able to help you with that as well. So call us today, again, 724-935-3300 to schedule your consultation. All right, so a little bit more. We talked about all the professional athletes that have used VaxD, Tracy McGrady. We had Greg Lloyd here years ago, NFL, NHL. The Assistant Surgeon General of the United States, Robert Cheney, used the VaxD years ago for disc condition that he had. So many testimonials. We have a whole bunch of them on the website. You can check that out, as well as over and over. We see them over the last 20 years, many, many people across the country at over 300 facilities seeing great success with this procedure. Just wonderfully researched procedure, again, that truly works. I'm going to give you a quick testimonial here. This is a doctor of chiropractic who is talking about, from the very first day I was introduced to this revolutionary technology, I was excited and amazed, realizing this non-surgical treatment for chronic back pain was truly different from anything I've seen before. I immediately saw that this treatment could be of tremendous value in helping people get back to their work lives, recreational lives, and just plain daily living. Of the hundreds of difficult and chronic cases I've successfully treated with VaxD since the beginning of 2001, I can say it's been a rewarding experience for my patients, my staff, and myself. Being able to treat the cause of the patient's problem and not just the symptoms is truly very empowering. One more testimonial. This is from a Dr. Jimmy Diaz, medical doctor, who has VaxD in his office. I've been using the clinically proven VaxD to treat patients with spinal disc pathologies for over 18 years. After treating over 3,000 patients, I've observed a success rate of over 90% in my clinics. I recommend the use of VaxD to any healthcare provider who wants to truly deal with the causes of spinal disc pathology, not just treat the symptoms of pain. So this is from our 24-page Keller booklet that you can ask for free of charge when you call in for your consultation. There's tons more in here from patients as well as doctors that use VaxD very successfully for themselves or in their offices. Wonderful booklet. Again, I advise you to get the booklet as well as the video, which we touched on when you call in to our office. Again, toll-free 1-888-222-8293 or 724-935-3300. Also visit our website, www.americanbackcenters.com. Again, www.americanbackcenters.com. You can actually request an appointment right on the website. Almost forgot, you can also sign up for our daily health update newsletter by going to the website as well. You get health tips and an inspirational quote that's sent to you each and every day via your email, free of charge. And monthly, you're automatically signed up for a monthly In Good Hands newsletter that's sent out to your email once a month. It's a great free service because there's a lot of great minds that contribute to this across the country. Some of the latest health news and tips comes out once a month. When you sign up for the daily health update newsletter, go to the website again, www.americanbackcenters.com, and sign up for the daily health update newsletter, as well as you automatically get signed up for the monthly In Good Hands newsletter as well. So definitely check that out today, as well as my Facebook page, American Back Centers Pittsburgh. If you have a second, go on there and like our page. You can also see in most cases, when I have time, we try to put the latest articles we'll be touching on BackTalk on the radio show each and every week, and sometimes we give you a preview of what we'll be talking about next week as well, right on the Facebook page. Again, American Back Centers Pittsburgh. Visit our page, like our page if you have a second. We would greatly appreciate that. So again, the real question should be, why would you even think about surgery with all its complications and lack of success, not including the normal risks, including infection, bleeding, or death from blood clots, namely? When VAXI is an option, remember VAXI is a non-invasive treatment with a much, much higher success rate than these other treatments, surgery, pain injections, physical therapy. Many patients go this route and eventually end up at our office wishing they would have come to us much sooner. Remember, VAXI addresses structural issues, not just the symptoms. Truly creating that negative pressure, opening up that disc space, relieving that compression, restoring the fluid and nutrients to that compressed, degenerated, starved disc, taking the compression off the spine of the disc, relieving the pain associated with low back pain, disc problems, herniated, degenerated, extruded, bulged, sciatica, stenosis, foot drop, numbness and tingling, weakness, and failed back surgery conditions. And remember, we also have the treatment options for failed neck surgery, and you're contemplating neck surgery as well, this cervical disc treatment option. We talk about this a lot, the overuse of surgery. This is a quote from medical literature. The overuse of surgery has been perhaps the single most damaging medical intervention for back pain sufferers. This is from a Big Us and Battle research paper. Goes on to state, quote, surgery seems helpful for at most 2% of patients with back problems, and its, quote, inappropriate use can have a great impact on increasing the chance of chronic back pain disability. So in many cases, causing more problems. All right, I mentioned to you before we get into the nutritional segment, we're going to touch a little bit more about the orthotic and the custom-made orthotic issue. And this is from a orthopedic notes paper that I received at my office. The topic is low back pain. Check your feet, it says. This is from a Dr. Kevin Wong. I'm just going to briefly go over some of the key topics here, key points of this article. He goes on to say, during standing and walking, not to mention running, lumbar, spine, and pelvis balance on the lower extremities. If a leg or foot asymmetry or alignment problems are present, abnormal forces are transmitted along the closed kinetic chain, interfering with spinal functioning. So excessive pronation, arch collapse, bunions, problems, plantar fasciitis, these torque forces produce internal rotation stresses to the leg, hip, pelvis, and lower back. These forces can be significant and can be significantly decreased with the use of a good custom-made orthotic. The feet are foundation of the body. He goes on to state, many foot conditions eventually contribute to health concerns further up the kinetic chain, especially generalized condition of back pain. The anatomical differences in leg length produces abnormal structural strains on the pelvis and lower back, which can not only cause chronic pain, low back, hip, or knee, but also arthritis, degeneration to develop. So the use of a good custom-made orthotic with or without a heel lift has been shown to reduce these structural strains and bring about significant clinical responses, reducing arthritis problems or progression, as well as hip, neck, back, and knee pain. So if you already know that you have bone on bone, you're having problems, you may want to look at orthotic to see if this can help your situation. Some of the other questions: do you stand or walk on hard surfaces for more than 4 hours daily? Do you regularly participate in physical sports, basketball, tennis, golf, bowling, etc.? Are you over the age of 40? Have you ever had a prior injury to your knee, back, or neck? Do your shoes wear unevenly? Do you have joint pain while walking, standing, or running? Is one of your legs shorter than the other? Do you have knock knees or bow legs? Do you have bunions, corns, flat feet, etc.? Do your feet toe out when you're walking? If you have a yes answer to any of the above, you may want to consider the custom-made orthotics because you may be a candidate for that, and it may be affecting your hip, your back, your knee, all the way up your kinetic chain. So that's just a brief article touching on the importance of possibly of the custom-made orthotics. As I like to do each and every week, I like to highlight some of the other services we offer here, including some of the supplements that I think are great and I think are very effective with our patients. The Lipolite, of course, is a nice, easy way, very safe way to slim, shape, and tone. If you want to lose a dress size or a shirt size if you're a male, completely safe procedure. The latest body sculpting treatment available using the power of light therapy. Lipolite is a natural and healthy way to lose inches. This half-hour treatment is non-invasive, relaxing, and totally pain-free. With regular use, you can expect to lose in the region of 1 to 3 inches with a 6 to 12 treatment protocol. So the Lipolite triggers lipolysis in the fat cells, causing the fatty acids to be broken down and released. Lipolite stimulates fibroblasts, which actually will strengthen the collagen, tighten your skin, to tone and tighten your skin. So if you have stretch marks, if you have a little jiggle, love handles, a little jiggle in the arms, those are common areas where our patients are seeing great success with this completely safe procedure called Lipolite. If you'd like to try Lipolite, give us a call. We can schedule you for a consultation to see if you're a candidate for this very safe procedure that will slim, shape, and tone your body. We also have the Intramax if you're looking for the best, in my opinion, the best natural, 100% carbon-bound organic multivitamin. It's in a liquid form, too, so it's highly absorbed. They've done great peer-reviewed, double-blind, placebo studies on this technology. It's called intracell technology. And Intramax has over 415 ingredients in 1 ounce of this product. So wonderfully balanced product, highly absorbed, and you're getting what you're paying for. And it's easy on your stomach. It has an extremely high ORAC value, which is a rating system of a nutritional supplement. And we do offer free shipping for trying your first bottle of Intramax, or $5 off if you come in the office and pick up a bottle of Intramax. We also have IntraKid for the kids under the age of 18, a great starting point for any nutritional program. There's nothing unnatural in this product. It's completely organic, completely natural, no allergens, no preservatives, no cholesterol, wheat, gluten, caffeine, corn, yeast, etc., no chemicals, nothing. Nothing bad in this product. I also want to mention before we move on to the nutrition segment, we touched on the esterified fatty acid complex. Many of our patients love our liquid glucosamine. It's in liquid form. It has the glucosamine, chondroitin, hyaluronic acid, collagen, and MSM all in one formula, which is really hard to find, and especially in a liquid formula. And it works well for many of our patients. But for some patients, glucosamine, hyaluronic acid, and such does not work for them. So we found an alternative that they've done a lot of research, this company, Hope Science, and they've seen the patients that have not done well with glucosamine, hyaluronic acid, and such may do well with esterified fatty acid complex. So we have it in a capsule form. We also have it in a topical cream form that you can actually put right on the area, the hip, the knee. Patients are seeing dramatic results, especially if they have not done well or have not had success with glucosamine or hyaluronic acid. It's called esterified fatty acid. We have it in a pill form or a topical cream. So if you'd like to try, call our office. Again, 724-935-3300. We also have the L-arginine Complete. Remember, it has the D, the K, the homocysteine vitamins, as well as your L-arginine and L-citrulline, producing that nitric oxide, which nitric oxide is now regarded as the most significant molecule in your body. It's absolutely critical to your well-being, reducing blood pressure, heart health, neuropathy issues in some cases, sexual performance, inflammation, lack of endurance, fatigue, mental issues as we get older. A lot of it has to do with lack of nitric oxide in the body. Well, this produces it very readily and in a natural way, completely safe, no artificial sweeteners, completely naturally sweetened, I should say. Nothing unnatural in this product as well, L-arginine Complete. If you'd like to try it, we can ship it out to you, or you can pick it up and save the shipping fees. All right, we're going to move into the nutrition for menopause, frontline therapy for all phases. I do want to remind you, you can visit our website, www.americanbackcenters.com, or our Facebook page, learn more about our office, and you can see these articles right on the Facebook page, American Back Centers, Pittsburgh. Goes on to state, of all the changes women experience during their reproductive life, there is no doubt the most dreaded of all three phases of menopause. The most dreaded is all three phases of menopause. This is not surprising since all the symptoms associated with menopause are replete with unpleasantness, hot flashes, night sweats, sleep disturbances, mood swings, bone density issues, hormonal imbalances, and low libido are not fun things to talk about and not fun things to think about, but also can impact a woman's health and quality of life in multiple negative ways. The gradual depletion of estrogen production associated with aging is the catalyst for the most menopausal symptoms. Lack of estrogen may affect other organs of the body, including the brain, contributing to negative emotional well-being, as well as the skin, reducing thickness and strength, elasticity of the skin. There's also evidence that declining estrogen levels may make women more susceptible to heart disease and stroke. With such a comprehensive list of negative effects brought on by menopause, it's very understandable that the most logical remedy for symptoms associated with menopause became the administration of synthetic hormones, or hormone replacement therapy. HRT, in short, came into use nearly 6 decades ago, was generally prescribed to women as they began to experience menopausal symptoms. However, as multiple studies over decades associated traditional hormone replacement therapy with various cancers and other negative side effects, the use of artificial hormones to treat menopausal women has declined significantly. So next paragraph, some of the natural options to consider. Although hormone replacement therapies for menopausal women continue to be debated and refined, alternative therapies with no link to negative side effects merit serious consideration. Examining the nutritional deficiencies that may come with the demands of menopause places on the female body indicates that addressing nutritional needs at the cell level is vital to effectively treating all phases of menopause. It goes on to state, the process of aging diminishes the body's ability to activate vitamin D. Yet another issue, another mention of vitamin D. This lowers calcium absorption rates, which increases the rate of osteoporosis in postmenopausal women. Calcium may lose its effectiveness if vitamin D is deficient or estrogen levels are low. Magnesium deficiency can contribute to insomnia and other menopausal symptoms. Again, magnesium deficiency. Estrogen enhances magnesium utilization as well as absorption. So when this declines, declining levels of estrogen associated with the stages of menopause can create a magnesium or other mineral deficiency. B vitamins, again, B vitamins, play a key role in reducing menopausal stress. Thiamine, niacin, B12, and folic acid often are referred to as the, quote, stress or the anti-stress vitamins. Although the ovaries stop producing estrogen in time, adrenal glands and fat cells will continue to produce this hormone. B3 and folic acid help support the production. A Dr. Sealing, MD, describes this in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition. Goes on to state, quote, estrogen enhances magnesium utilization and uptake by soft tissues and bone and may explain the resistance of young women to heart disease and osteoporosis, as well as the increased prevalence of these diseases when estrogen production ceases. Next paragraph, superfoods and the cell nutrition for women's health. Dark green leafy vegetables such as kale, collard greens, and broccoli are low-calorie sources of phytoestrogens. These are also rich in important nutrients such as iron, calcium, folate, and B vitamins, which help support healthy management of menopausal symptoms. Beans and other botanicals are rich in phytoestrogens. Another isoflavonoid found chiefly in legumes, such as soybeans and other plant-based sources, such as red clover, also helps reduce menopausal hot flashes. B5 is also found in salmon, sunflower oils, and avocados. Sunflower seeds, salmon, sunflower seeds, and avocados. This can also help reduce hot flashes and help mood stabilization. Again, that's vitamin B5. Royal jelly is a true superfood loaded with minerals, vitamins, and proteins, as well as other nutrients that are important for helping with menopause. Plant hormones stimulate weak estrogenic actions and stimulate adrenals to help alleviate stress, reduce hot flashes, and help fatigue associated with menopause. This is royal jelly. Bee pollen extract also helps with these symptoms, may help with weight management as well. Plant-based supplements such as gugu gum, Morghini leaf 5, I know I'm butchering these, I'm sorry, contain vitamin D and calcium for bone health. They also help regulate mood swings, hot flashes, and night sweats, as well as increase libido. So some take-home points from this article. He goes on to state, and this is from, I didn't give you his name, it's from a Dr. Herbist, MD, Dr. Seth Herbist, MD. In my practice, he goes on to state, I've experienced a substantial rise in menopausal patients seeking alternatives to traditional hormone replacement therapy. This trend has been experienced by my colleagues as well. Women have concerns about hormonal replacement therapy, but want relief from their symptoms of menopause. While traditional hormonal therapy has helped many women, we have generally ignored correcting nutritional deficiencies using functional medicine. An approach women prefer have been quite successful in my own practice. Using quality organic sources, the symptoms associated with menopause can be successfully treated with virtually no negative ramifications. Addressing nutritional support for women during menopause, perimenopause, and postmenopause with scientifically validated phytonutrients can and does produce frontline treatments for symptoms associated with all stages of menopause. In addition to reducing the risks associated with traditional hormone therapy, this approach to wellness empowers women to take more control of their own unique health needs holistically in a much more natural way than previously accepted protocols. So again, this is from Dr. Seth Herbist, who is the founder and president of the Institute of Women's Health and Body. He's been a board-certified gynecologist for more than 25 years. He's an advocate of functional medicine and offers his patients a wide array of non-traditional nutritional therapies for all phases of their cycles. So he's actually in private practice in Long Island Hospital in Brooklyn, New York. So this is an article from Dynamic Chiropractic publication. You can go to the website, www.dynamicchiropractic.com, and print this out. If you don't have a computer, of course, we can send it out to you at no charge. Just call us, give us your name and address, and we'll send it out to you, again, at no charge. Also, you can visit our Facebook page, American Back Centers Pittsburgh. It's right on there, and including the article we're going to be touching on next week as well. And education on gluten sensitivity is already up there as a preview for next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. Again, American Back Centers Pittsburgh is our Facebook page. Go on the page, take a look at the articles, print them out if you'd like to print them out from the Facebook page. Take a second to like our page. Again, we would definitely appreciate that as well. And also visit our website. Again, our web address is www.americanbackcenters.com, www.americanbackcenters.com. You can email me directly at Dr. Pedduzi at AmericanBackCenters.com if you have any question. If you'd like to scan over an MRI or CT report, you can do that via email, scanning it into the email and sending it to that email address. Or you can fax it to our fax machine, 724-935-3321. More than happy to take a look at it, especially if you're coming from a great distance. We can see and give you a call on the phone, see if there's any obvious reason why you should not make the trip out here. Again, when you come in for your consultation, bring those things in with you. Bring somebody with you if you can to help answer your questions. It'll also help to drive you out here as well. When you come in for your consultation, remember we also have the free DVD when Channel 11 did the medical breakthroughs report in our office. We also have the research papers. We have the blue workers' comp booklet and the yellow auto accident booklet that we sent out to you free of charge as well, especially if you've been hurt at work, the workers' comp book. You've been hurt in a car accident, personal injury case, ask for the yellow auto accident booklet as well. Again, we are Pittsburgh's premier spine and disc specialists. We've been doing this for over 20 years. We have the best treatment options, including VAXD therapy. If you go to our website, you can see the benefits of VAXD. There's a section called Benefits of VAXD. How does VAXD work? What can I expect? The science, this is important, the research and science behind VAXD. There's another section, is VAXD right for me? VAXD before and after surgery. Some patients are smart and they do VAXD and they're able to avoid surgery. Some patients already have back surgery. It doesn't work for them. In some cases, we can still help you with failed back surgery. VAXD versus these other so-called disc therapies. Talks about that as well. VAXD versus surgery, a case study, a workers' comp case study where they had workers get surgery. They also had workers get VAXD. The recovery time was much, much quicker with VAXD. Hardly any downtime, no disability, and the success rate, of course, was much, much higher. There's no comparison when you compare VAXD with surgery. This was a case study of a bunch of people that were hurt at work by a corporation that did this, comparing VAXD to surgery. Other sections, what's causing my back pain, some education on bulging, herniated disc, extruded disc, Facet syndrome, sciatica, stenosis, degenerative disc disease, all common presentations we see here that we can help with VAXD therapy. Some of the other services, as I mentioned, the cervical disc treatment options, therapy, rehab, x-rays, MRIs, nerve conduction tests, acupressure, massage therapy, custom-made orthotics, chiropractic care, of course, extraspinal treatments, extremity issues, nutritional analysis, lipolite, which we touched on as well. We all offer this all under one roof right here at the American Back Centers. And there's some great patient testimonials. You can request an appointment on the website as well. Contact our office and meet our doctors and our staff right on the website as well. Again, www.americanbackcenters.com. All right, we just got the beat there. We are short on time, so we're going to leave you, as we do each and every week, with some final closing thoughts. Remember, do your homework before pursuing any treatment option. Ask for the research. Go on the Internet. Do your own research. Unfortunately, there's many people out there trying to be untruthful and scam you. With VAXD, you don't have to worry about that. It's a proven track record, time-tested treatment, used over 20 years, will be around for another 20 years. Very well researched, used worldwide, accepted by all fields of healthcare, and most importantly, it's something that actually works. With VAXD, the results speak for themselves. Next week, definitely stay tuned for an education in gluten sensitivity in our nutritional segment. Next week on BackTalk. We'll be on next Wednesday and every Wednesday with another episode of BackTalk. This is Dr. Peter Pedduzi. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Back Talk with Dr. Peter Pedduzi, sponsored by American Back Center, 103 Bradford Road, Building 2, Suite 100 in Wexford. For more information or to contact Dr. Pedduzi for an appointment, call 724-935-3300 or toll free 888-222-8293. That's 888-222-8293. And join us again for Back Talk with Dr. Peter Pedduzi.
At American Back Centers, you've got nothing to lose but the pain.